yet. Now we are live.
Yes, we are live again. Okay. That's the way I say it when I go down south, Vanessa. Again. We are
Again,
back, and I think this is launch day five
it's
or six.
we're actually in our launch week 3.
Week
In terms of
three?
the week, it's week 3.
Is this week
Official.
three?
This is week 3.
Oh
And
my
next week, while we're
goodness.
talking about it, next week is the official open enrollment for the Elevate Her experience. So yes,
Oh my God. It is
time
week
goes fast.
3
Yes.
already of the Elevate Her experience. And guys, I am so excited to be back again tonight. First off, I want to welcome you guys into the space, welcome you guys into the atmosphere. I want to bring you in because tonight we're going to be in flow state. And tonight we're going to talk about, you know what? I normally don't do this on all my platforms, but you guys, I'm a very spiritual person. And I truly believe that we are all created in perfection. I feel like we're like these imperfect pieces of perfection, and our job is to figure out how do we piece it all together. And I truly believe no matter what lens that you see spirituality from, whatever you see it from, I want you to know that I believe that you were divinely created and that you have a purpose and that there's something innate, inherent, and special about your life. And I know that sometimes you can listen to people like myself who are in the personal development space or sphere, and it's always seemed like we're just trying to motivate you. We're trying to motivate you. And then you leave and you're like, well, what do I do now? Well, today I want to actually talk about the what do we do now? Because one of the things I realized is in my faith walk, I realized that I wasn't doing everything that I could do to bring forth things into my life. I had faith for it, but I don't know if I necessarily had the works. And if you come from any form of faith, you got to have works and action along with the faith that you have. And so I realized I have faith to bring big things into my life, but I didn't necessarily have a plan. I didn't have an actualized agenda. I didn't have an itinerary. I didn't have no strategy. I didn't have none of the things that will help bring my faith into fruition. And so today, Dr. Vanessa and I are here to talk to you guys, all of the high level women, and some of you gentlemen, I see you guys been joining us, but all of the Elevate Her people who have been coming in. Today, I want to talk about the power of setting goals. I want to cover the neuroscience of it and let you know what's happening in your brain when you are creating goals and achieving goals. But also, I want to talk about the divine part. I want to talk about making sure that we all understand and feel that connection to purpose. And once you connect to that purpose, you'll be able to really define what the actions look like in your life. And so, once again, my name is Ace, guys. I have been a life and brand strategist. They call me the efficacy engineer. And if you don't know what efficacy is, it's just simply belief. And what I do on my platform is I help my family, I call them my little engineers. I help my engineers to engineer success in their life. And me and Dr. Vanessa Brooks have partnered up to do this phenomenal program together called Elevate Her. It is a 360 experience where we cover all of the issues that are plaguing us from being at the most highest level of success in our life. And so I'm rambling now. I want to turn it over to my favorite person in the world, Dr. Vanessa Brooks. And Dr. Brooks, you just recently graduated with your doctoral degree. And if while you introduce yourself, could you tell us a little bit about why goal planning was really important for you to accomplish those goals?
I was over here putting the links in the comments, so I was like, "Yes, this is perfect. He's on a roll. Let me do
Am
this."
I on the roll? You need me to
You're
keep
on a
talking a
roll.
little bit longer?
You're on a roll. You're on a roll, but I'll take a break. I'll take a break. That was perfect though. Hey y'all, hey Libra Justice, you found us over here on Facebook. Hello,
Hey,
Apostle
Lisa.
Antonio. I'll be on his podcast in a couple of weeks.
Oh, yay, Antonio. How you
Yes, yes,
doing?
yes, yes. So you asked me a question. Y'all do me a favor and make sure you are engaging with us on this live stream. We love, love, love having you all talk to us. So make sure you're leaving comments, make sure you're engaging, and also do us a favor and share the information with other people in your network that you know need to be inspired to get to what they want to get to, because we're in the last quarter almost of 2024, and people sometimes seem to get removed from the rest of the year because we started focusing on 2025. Well, I want to remind you that we still got 3 more months left in this month. All right, so I want you to type in the comment section 2024. Okay, because my question is, what are you going to do in 2024? And so Ace asked about, how goal setting played a role in me finishing my education. It played a major role because I did what a lot of you all do. You're not gonna like me. I know.
Just don't come on my street. Go on a street, okay?
I know. I'm gonna try to dodge y'all's neighborhoods tonight because I have a tendency to step on
Don't
toes.
step on my feet, okay? Y'all put y'all toes out so Dr. Brooks can come step on y'all toes.
I have a tendency to do that, Ace. So we're gonna talk about some goal setting stuff because and I'm really talking to a lot of us who are professionals, a lot of us who are like high achieving perfectionists. Where y'all at? Where y'all at? Come on and show me in the comments that you know what I'm talking about. A lot of us who are creatives, raise your hand. Where are my creatives? A lot of us who are creatives, a lot of us who are very intuitive or prophetic, raise your hand. I ain't gonna tell nobody, just raise your hand. All right. We tend to ramble a lot mentally. Come on. Just we tend to be a little bit all over the place. Come on here. Come on. Sometimes our ability to be visionaries and creatives could be just as much a curse, quote unquote, as it is a blessing. Come on here. Come on. And so when you are led by, and when you're led by the Spirit, come on, people. When you're led by the Spirit, as prophets and creatives are, or when you're led by your intuition, how many people know that people who are led that way very strongly have a hard time not only accomplishing goals, but many of us never even get to the goal setting stage. Come on. And when we do set goals, they're not very strategic. So I'm all about strategic leadership and strategic planning. And we tend to set these really abstract goals that's like way out in the yonder somewhere, and I'm gonna get in trouble. And then our goals tend to be very, very huge because we can dream. Where my dreamers at? When you are creative, you can dream your ass off. Okay. And sometimes we get lost in a dream. Come on here. Henderson. What is it? I don't like this name you got, Hindi and Newton. Oh, don't be trying to confuse me, Libra Justice. But those of us who are creatives, we dream real big, but we don't plan real big. Uh-oh. I'm gonna step away because I don't want y'all to throw that at me. Is it safe to come back?
I think you hold on. Watch out. Oh, there you go. You can come on. Okay.
Those of us who are creatives, those of us who are intuitives, those of us who are prophetic, those of us who are seers, those of us who are vision oriented. If we're not careful, we'll get lost in our dreams.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Denise Patterson, we'll get lost in our dreams, and when it's time to sit our heinies, somebody say heinies.
Heinies.
When it's time to sit our heinies down somewhere and take out a pen and take out a notebook and create a plan, that's when we start going left. But I need 2 people. I need 2 because everybody not ready to type in the comments. It's time for me to be in flow state. It's time for me to be in flow state. And so we see this a lot with professional women, career-oriented women. We see this a lot with entrepreneurs. Leave me alone, Vanessa, mind your business. And so we have trouble setting like clear goals. We have trouble setting actionable goals. Somebody type in the comment section for me, actionable goals. This is why I'm gonna get in trouble. This is why we like going to the prophets. We just like, we'll throw money at the prophet's feet so they can just keep us razzle-dazzle a little bit longer, so we never got to do anything. All right. Let me just tell you tonight, Goals require action. I need
Go.
2 people that's not mad. There's Toya. I know she got my back. I need 2 people that's not mad to type in the comment section.
I see
Goals
y'all. I
require
see y'all.
action. Mm-hmm.
I see
And I'm
y'all.
gonna tell you a little secret. This is why stuff ain't manifested. It ain't no enemy. You the enemy. I know you love me though, right? Because we don't take action. Whew. We don't take action. Now, what's the neuroscience behind that? Somebody say, come on through, brain coach.
Come on through, brain coach.
What's the neuroscience behind that? Listen, if you don't take action, then your brain is going to sit in a state of utter confusion. Oh, Lord, have mercy. If you don't take inspired action, if you don't take action, your brain is not going to know which way to direct you. Do you understand what I'm saying? And so this is why you need a goal. Your goals are your plans. Somebody that's not big mad, if you just little mad, type in the comment section, my goals are my actual plan.
My goals.
I'm surprised at the number of people who want to start a business, but refuse to sit down somewhere and write a business plan out.
It's insane. I mean, it's almost like they say, I want to start a business, and the next day they started.
Right.
There's no plan. There's no research. There's nothing that they conducted. It's like, I'm starting tomorrow.
That ain't how this works.
That's how it works.
And I'm telling you, as you know, as a researcher, I'm telling you that is not how you solve problems. And I think one of the things that does set this space apart from a lot of other personal development leaders is that, you know, I do try to walk you all through the methodology of achieving your goals. And you have to know how to do that. I'm not going to tell you that here tonight, because you can come into the Elevate Her experience when we have open enrollment on Monday, and you'll learn that way. But if you don't know how to go through the methodology of solving a problem, then you're never going to get on the other side of the solution. I got a question for the 8 of you that's watching tonight. What problem do you need solved right now in your life?
Right now.
Right now, that prayer has not solved. Uh-oh. Prayer is great. Don't get me wrong. Me and Ace prayed before we got on here tonight. Didn't we, Ace? We love prayer. We love prayer. We literally pray before we do every one of our sessions. But prayer is a great activation tool. It activates the power in us, but we need more than prayer. So I'm asking a real question tonight. Therefore, I'm looking for real answers, okay? Because I don't like talking to myself. Well, sometimes I do. Anyway, focus, Vanessa. What problem do you have right now in your life, your relationship, or your business that needs to be solved before 2025? I'm not talking about no 2025. You're going to wait till New Year's Eve night talking about some, 2025, my year. I want to know, what problem do you have right now in your life, your business, or your professional life that needs to be solved right now? I need to know in the comment section, because what people don't understand, and what I didn't understand until I was 30 years into my journey, because I ain't had anybody to teach me. This is why mentorship is so important to all of y'all that don't want no mentor. This is why you stuck right now. You stuck like Chuck, because nobody can tell you nothing. Okay. But what I wish I had known, Ace, 30 years ago, I wish I had known the power of planning. I wish I had known the power of planning. I wish I had known the power, I'm getting in trouble, of discipline. I love that Libra Justice brings up the depression, because depression does creep in because we're so disappointed with ourselves. That's a whole talk. All right. Without a plan, you know what happens to your brain? Your brain is like, well, F it. I'm sorry to say that if that's offensive to you, but I'm giving you the neuroscience of it. Okay. So Libra Justice says, I need to complete a management level certification before February. All right. And I would love to kind of coach you through this, Libra Justice, because I have a couple of questions. Have you tried to do this before, or is this a first time obligation that you are dealing with? I need to know, right? And my second question is, have you created a plan to get yourself there? All right. I need to know those couple of things. Is this just something that just came up and you're like, okay, I gotta get this done? Or is this something you've been kind of putting off and putting off and putting off? Okay. Toya says, professional, more courage with public speaking to cultivate an organic audience. Toya, you coming on down my line. Toya, did you register for the experience for the webinar for this weekend? Because I need you in the webinar this weekend. I love that. So here's what I want you all to understand. Okay. Every victory that you want in your life must start with a problem. I'm going to say it one more time because nobody probably ever told you that before. Every victory, every measure of success that you desire in your life, you didn't get the email? I got you, Toya. Must begin with a problem. I bet nobody ever told y'all that. Because what most of us want to do is we want to run straight into the realm of success. I need this thing to happen in my life. And you don't even have a roadmap to get you there. And the first thing that you need to do is you need to establish what is the problem that I'm facing right now. Okay, that's really important. So I need everybody that's willing to do this exercise with us tonight. I need you to take 20, 30 seconds while I'm talking and do what Libra Justice and Toya have done and write down your problem. Because see, I'm trying to give you clarity. We're going to show you a PDF in a second of what SMART goals need to entail. All right. And you're not going to be able to create SMART goals if you don't even know what problem you're trying to solve. All right. So Libra Justice says right here, I've tried before, got overwhelmed. I knew you had tried before. So the prophet is coming through. Okay. But now I have a hard deadline and I have a certified friend of mine helping me study 5 nights a week. See, I knew it. I knew she had tried it before. It's really important. Now, I'm glad that somebody is helping you study. And Libra knows I love her, so I know she won't get offended. Hey, Elise. Studying is not enough. Uh-oh.
Studying is not enough. You can come back.
Just to say, studying is tricky, y'all.
Studying is tricky.
Studying is tricky because the brain don't really like studying. Now, if I could just add Libra Justice to what your friend is going to help you with, because she ain't the brain coach, I am. Hello. Please make sure that while you're studying, though, that you have one of these in place. You need a SMART goal. You need a SMART plan for studying. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, studying 5 nights a week, your brain gonna be like, look, I'm checking them out of here.
Listen,
your brain gonna be like, what's going on? So Libra, I want to challenge you to make sure that you have SMART goals, because SMART goals, and we're still talking about planning, y'all. A plan means I have a specific process, right? I'm specific about what it is I need. So I have a specific plan to help me get there. So if you say I'm going to study 5 nights a week, that's not specific enough. That's going to make you actually even more overwhelmed, because I know how creative you are. You can be like, what does 5 nights a week mean to your brain? Does that mean that you got to study for 12 hours a night? Because technically a night is 12 hours. Right? You see how that's still not clear enough? Your brain is like, what does it mean to study 5 nights a week? So I hope that you have really chunked this down into smaller compartments so that you don't overwhelm your brain. You need to be able to measure that plan, right? It needs to be measurable. Come on, somebody. How can you measure the progress and know if you are successful, if you have successfully met your goal?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because why is this important? Because again, we're talking about the neuroscience of success. And yeah, you can say I studied 5 nights, but for your brain to feel like you've actually accomplished something, you need to give your brain some measurable goals. So I would say something a little bit more clear. I would say, I am going to study from 8 p.m. to 8:45 p.m. Monday through Friday. And I don't even know what the certification program or exam looks like, but I would say something like, and each night I am going to master, 5 areas on the exam.
Exactly.
I should be able to walk away mastering 5 points. That way your brain is, and these are the 5 points I want to master. Tell your brain which of the 5 points you want to master in each of your sessions. Because what I do know about, and we'll come back to some more of that. I just want to keep engaging with y'all. What I do know about our brain is if you just say big old things like studying 5 nights a week, your brain is going to be like, look, girl.
Yeah.
Look, boy, I don't know what you're talking about.
What's happening here? And you'll walk away, and all of the things that you've been studying, when you get to the test, they're nowhere to even find in your brain's catalog. And you're like, I know I was studying this stuff, right?
Yes.
Because the brain becomes overwhelmed. And it's interesting how the brain just almost just be like, all right, I'm done. Everybody.
I'm finished.
It'll just leave you hanging. And Dr. Brooks, you just gave some masterful, because I was literally thinking the same thing that you were saying. It has to be so specific. I remember one of my good friends who was in nursing school. She had a very similar issue with studying. So she had to write a study plan. And if on Monday it was about intravenous injections, that's specifically what she studied on Monday nights. That's it. She didn't go all around all of the theory and all of the terminology. She specifically, like, on Mondays, I want to master just injection sites and understanding that and keeping it small, specific, right? Versus just, I study all night. That never, I promise you, that never works. There are literal theories about study. And I encourage you to really take into mind, and you said that person's name was Libra?
Libra Justice.
Libra Justice. Or Handy and Newton. I highly encourage you. You said you have 5 domains in this exam. I highly encourage you to take advantage of the science that are there. Very clear, very concise. You're absolutely right, Elise. You got 5 domains, you got 5 nights of study, but let's still see how we can break that down.
And I wouldn't even study 5 nights a week, honestly. You got 5 months from now until, so what is this, September, February? October, November, December, January, February. We ain't gonna count February because you're gonna be chilling out by February. You're gonna be like, you got 4 months to go, right? And you got 5 domains. So honestly, if I were you, and I maybe do one of those domains starting this week, but I would take a domain
a month.
A month.
That's good.
See,
that's good. That's mastery.
I would take a domain a month.
Take my time with it.
And so, since we don't quite have the full 5 months to go, but you could piece together the rest of this month, which you still have a week to go in this month, and maybe you'd have to spill a little bit over one of the 5 domains over into the 4 months. But technically, I would study a domain a month, because that way, and then even within the domain itself, I would break it down even more. Mm-hmm. So, like, because you got 30 days in that month. So then what about those domains can I break down, over the month? And then I would give myself the weekends off. So y'all don't like how I teach. Because let me tell you something about the brain. Somebody say, help us, brain coach.
Help us, brain coach.
Thank you. Your brain absorbs 20% of your body's energy with just the basic things you got to get done. Just to wake up, get dressed, shower, all the things that you do, just the regular stuff you do, you already have pulled 20% of your brain's energy storage. That don't include, the stress you deal with at work. That don't include the stress you deal with trying to pay your bills and try to be a wife or a husband or a partner, all those other things. Just the basic necessities will wear your brain down. This is why we come home from work and we ain't got energy to do ish, right? How many people have done that? Because you're literally shutting down the neurons in your brain. This is why I tell people, make sure you stay hydrated, child. Drink your water and mind your business. So when I was getting my doctorate degree, I did pull some all-nighters just because of the nature of how the doctoral program goes. But I did that strategically a lot of times and deliberately. But I also had some very specific, clear goals. It's the only way that I could get that done without driving myself crazy. So I really want to tell you all to really focus on that. And I love that Denise is being real honest right here, because she says, wow, this is why I say I'm going to study, and I really don't get much study time in. I haven't planned. I promise you that's why. I promise y'all that's why. She says, I've also taken this licensing exam before and I didn't pass. I feel like I'm still stuck on failing the first time. And this is why I want y'all to listen. And this is not just to Denise. This is for everybody. Okay. It's gonna get a little sticky. Okay. She said, I already feel less stressed. This is good. And y'all go ahead and sow y'all's investment tonight too. Okay. Because we're giving you all life-changing strategies. Give it back to us. All right, $ cash out, $ Vanessa Brooks number 100. Okay, because I'm saving lives tonight. Seriously. But listen, y'all, here's the thing. How long do we want to just keep like going around the mulberry bush? And I want to use Denise's comment and not calling her out, but I know she trusts me, so she know I'm not trying to call her out. But I see this a lot, y'all, as a professional mentor, as a professional business strategist, life strategist, as a professional neuro coach, um, you know, bringing clients into my business a lot of times is very gruesome for me, because people come to my coaching practice and my mentorship programs with this grandiose idea that they're going to get all this stuff done. And I'm like, okay, that sounds good. But I need you to come down a little bit. I need you to come down. And so a lot of times people don't take the advice I offer them. And 2 years later, they still in the same predicament. So what I want us to start doing, y'all, and a lot of times and a lot of times, I get people on strategy calls, ACE discovery calls, and they love what I'm saying, and so I quote them my price. And then they're like, oh, I don't have that. And I'm like, well, I want to ask y'all a question though. Like, either you don't really want your goal bad enough. This gonna sting a little bit. It's gonna pinch. It's gonna pinch. What I say to people is, then you don't want your dream bad enough. Because see, y'all not like me. There are things I wanted so desperately. I was willing to pay whatever price I had to pay. I was willing to do away with things. My husband and I, he'll tell you, I turned off the cable and got a little Roku. I stopped going to get my $300 weaves and got these little lace front wigs. See, y'all don't want to hear my story because I'm too honest for people, right? I had to find the money to go back to school. I had to find the money to hire business coaches because I wanted to be able to work from home. I don't want to be sitting up in a 9-to-5 office every day, Ace. It's not my thing. And I didn't know how to scale my business. And I knew that these people had something that I didn't have. And so for those of you who keep doing the same thing over and over again because y'all don't want to invest no money to get somebody to help you, you're gonna be here again next year this time. You're gonna be here. And I love that you get on these lives. That's great. That's wonderful. Clap. That's great. But getting on a 45, 60-minute live, that ain't going to change your life. You need a plan, but you also need somebody who knows how to execute and hold you accountable to the plan. It breaks my heart to see post comments like this. It just breaks my heart to see people struggling and stressed, trying to meet their goals, when I know that if you have a plan in place and you're willing to invest finances and effort and mentorship, you're willing to invest in those things, I know that you can have what you want. So I just want to remind you all that don't think especially those of y'all who are entrepreneurs. Where are my entrepreneurs at? Don't hide now. Especially my professionals who are trying to advance their careers. Don't hide now. Come on to the front. Come on to the front of the room. Raise your hand. How do you think your business is going to scale and grow, and you're doing the bare minimum to invest in it yourself? How do you think other people are going to want to buy your products and buy your services? But every time somebody tells you what you got to invest in your own business, you're like, oh, that's too high. Oh, I can't afford that. Oh, I don't have time. Oh, yada, 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 yada. Y'all, you're going to keep being in the same place year after year after year. And you'll leave this live and you'll go to the next live and you'll tell the next live stream host, yeah, I was supposed to do that 2 years ago, but life be life. And Listen, that's one saying I want to leave. I don't want nobody saying life be life in 2025.
Please.
I'm so sick and tired of life be lifing from y'all, because what do you want life to do? Life is supposed to life, right? So I'm just asking some of you, the people that we are really trying to pull into the Elevate Her experience. I don't mean no harm when I say this, but I don't even want lazy people to even apply for the program. I don't want people who don't have, efficacy. I don't want people who, make excuses. I'm looking for high level action takers who really say, no, you know what? I came to this planet to make a difference. I incarnated here into this lifetime, this space-time reality, because I have a contribution that I need to leave in the earth realm. There are millions of souls that I'm supposed to help with my craft, with my vision, with my gift. And I don't have all the answers on how to do that. Maybe I don't know how to execute the business plan. Maybe I don't know how to prepare myself for a promotion, or maybe I don't really know how to start my business, but I know I have a gift and I know I need help. I'm looking for those people. Okay, because I know those are the people that when I take the time to give them the program, give you the tools, tell you exactly what to do, you're the ones that's going to go and do it and get it done. I want to give you an example of that, because I know y'all think this is fluff. Okay, so I made a radical decision, 2 weeks ago now, Ace, to leave TikTok. My account is open, but I haven't live streamed in over 2 weeks. And I'm not saying that I never will again, although I did say I won't. But I'll pull back on that a little bit. I might, but right now I'm not. And the moment I made that radical decision, and that's where my biggest audience is, I'm trying to help somebody, Ace. That is where my biggest audience is. Are y'all listening to me? Put an ear in the comment section if you're listening. Okay, because why am I telling you this? Because some of y'all are just in like ego mode right now. Your ego is in the way. Okay, and I know when I teach it stings, but that's who I am, y'all. I got to bring you raw truth. And so the moment I made that radical decision to leave the platform that had my largest audience, and I came back to Facebook, and I started going live on YouTube, and I only even have 2,000 subscribers on YouTube. Okay, I don't really have a large audience on Facebook, but I knew that I was worth more than what the energy on TikTok was giving me. Come on here, y'all. This is why I try to tell leaders, your first line of defense, you got to do that inner work. You got to stop being turned on by the external metrics. God, I'm teaching. You got to stop being turned on by the validation and the approval of the crowds. I'm trying to help two people, because most of the time the crowds have a knife behind their back ready to stab you with it, right? And so I made that decision. I said, girl, you're worth more than that. You don't deserve this disrespect. You don't deserve to be ostracized. You don't deserve to be mocked on the internet. I'm a whole doctor. Okay. And when I made that decision, in fact, today I said, listen, y'all, 8 weeks postdoc. Today I taught my first graduate level class at a very prestigious theological school in Berkeley, California, with PhDs, with academics and scholars. I was a Black woman teaching to an all-white student body, except for one Hindu woman. And they received me with so much respect. These people were in tears thanking me. Why am I saying this to you? Because I had to learn how to love myself from the inside out first. Because I'd rather have y'all 12 on here tonight with me who love me, who respect the work I do, who honor my academic profile, who honor my excellence, than to have 70 people on a live stream and 60 of them is sending me to hell. 60 of them is calling me all kind of names. Okay, so what am I saying to you tonight? I'm saying the first thing that you got to do is you got to be willing to make a radical decision. What are you willing to give up for you? What are you willing to say no to? So as soon as I made that decision, doors started to radically open for me. I emailed the sheriff of my county Friday, and I asked him for a meeting. I wanted to introduce him to my mental health programs. I didn't expect him to even look at the email, let alone to respond to the email. He's the sheriff, for God's sake, of our county. But if you all heard the unfortunate story of Javion McGee, unfortunately, that was an open door for me to have the conversation. I got a question for you all. What open doors are you missing because you stuck in vanity, you stuck in the external, you stuck in, okay, I want them to like me, I want them to appreciate me. What opportunities are you missing because you're not doing that inner work, right? So the sheriff actually read my email, replied to my email, agreed to a meeting. All right. In less than 48 hours, I was sitting in his office on yesterday, and now we are in partnership. I am getting ready to do an entire workshop training to the entire law enforcement staff for my county, 3 workshops. And that's all because I made the decision that right now, TikTok is not elevating me. I don't know who I'm coming to preach to tonight, but you're going to have to make some radical decisions. Because see, as long as you stay stuck in the old programs, the old subconscious beliefs, your brain is going to keep making you think that all of the things that you failed at last year are things that you're going to keep failing at now. If you don't change your internal programming, if you're not willing to make some radical decisions. Somebody say radical, because I'm a virtual, I shouldn't say that. I'm going to take that back. I was going to say I'm a virtual unknown in my county, but that's not true. I'm very well established here in my county. That's what the lies of the critics. What lies have you believed from your critics that are holding you back? I'm talking to somebody. And I'm trying to tell you tonight, you don't need everybody. So let me tell you what happened when I shared that picture yesterday, Ace, of me and the sheriff. So first of all, I have a contract that I'm in negotiations with now with the county, okay? But as soon as I posted that picture, I got flooded with other people in my inbox saying, hey, I want to offer you this. Hey, I want you to do this. Hey, I want you to do that. And I'll go into details about those things later on. This is not me boasting or bragging. I'm trying to tell somebody that neuroscience works. Neuroplasticity works. All right. And your brain needs a plan. Somebody type in the comment section, your brain needs a plan. Your brain needs to know that you love yourself. Your brain will help you. But you got to clear out the clutter. My God, I'm preaching tonight. You got to clear out. For me, TikTok was just clutter in my brain. TikTok was just toxic to my brain. Y'all not liking me. I couldn't see my destiny because of all the people on the internet, on that toxic app, who disregard the excellence of Black women. I could not see my value anymore. I couldn't see my worth anymore. And so I kept shrinking and shrinking and shrinking and getting smaller and smaller and smaller. I know it's not just me. I know it's not just me. I know it's not just me. And even when people said, please don't leave, I appreciate that, Ace, but I had to love myself more than my part-time fans. Because as much as y'all might love me, you're not going to be here in my life all the time. I'm the one that's got to sit with myself. You are the one that's got to sit with you. And I'm tired of us, especially us, not being able to accomplish our goals. All right? So I'm asking you tonight, are you willing to be radical about what it is you want? And only 2 people were even able to answer the question, what is your problem that you need solved right now? And the fact that many of you could not even answer that question for whatever the reason is, maybe you don't have time, whatever the reason is, but that tells me that it's not even important enough for you. I know I'm stepping on your toes. I know. Whenever y'all see us live, you got to put on your good shoes.
The steel toe boot.
It's steel toe boots, that's it. Because if you cannot answer immediately what it is you want out of life, I don't care if you cooking stew right now, you might be in the kitchen and you might be cooking a 5-course meal for your husband, your wife, that's great. But if you don't have a burning desire that you can tell us in 5 seconds what it is, baby, you are in a state of complete chaos and you have not found your purpose yet. You haven't found your purpose yet. Because I don't care what I'm doing, Ace. I could be anywhere. If somebody was to stop me and say, what is it that you want out of life? I'm able to tell you. If somebody say, what problem are you having right now that you need solved? I'm gonna be able to tell you. And so when I ask you all these questions, I'm asking because I want to know, have you spent the necessary time with yourself to even know what it is you want out of life? Have you sat with yourself long enough to see what it is that is causing a hindrance to you getting there? Toya says, that's how I feel about Facebook, but I went from 600 to 80 people in 2 months. Do you mean from 80 to 600 in 2 months?
I think that they're saying that they've started to delete people.
Oh, but praise the Most High. Hey, God. Okay. Hello.
Disconnect.
Yes, because we have to. Me and Ace talked about the word disconnect a couple of weeks ago. And I'm asking you tonight, what are you willing to disconnect from? What are you willing to release yourself from? Are you willing to sit down with yourself long enough to figure out what your subconscious programming is? What are your blocks? What are your limiting beliefs that's stopping you? Or are you going to just keep being in the same predicament year after year after year, convincing yourself of all the lies, I'm sorry, that your little ego wants you to believe are true? Okay? And so I want you all to really think about getting these clear goals set. All right? Clear, specific. I'm trying to see the word so little. What do you want to accomplish? Who needs to be included? When do you want to do this? Why is this a goal? Some of y'all need to spend about a month just on letter S. Because that's a lot. That's a lot. If I were to ask you right now, what do you want to accomplish? A lot of you wouldn't be able to tell me, but I'm going to go ahead and ask you tonight, what do you want to accomplish? Right? Who needs to be included? Ace, that's a great question because we don't think about that, do we?
We don't. We don't.
And a lot of us are just lone rangers. Just look straight ahead.
What is it saying?
I talked about that last week. A lot of you don't understand the value in teaming. And I didn't always understand that either because I had so much rejection with myself. I didn't think anybody wanted to work with me. But since me and Ace have been partnering, we both are experiencing not just healing for ourselves, but we're both experiencing breakthrough. We both feel more, safe even in these spaces. We feel like we have somebody else who understands the other one and what the other one wants to get accomplished. We have somebody to talk to bounce our ideas off with. It's so important to have a team of people because Ace has his own brand that he's establishing. We're doing this together, but we both have our own brands and our own businesses. But how many people know we need to be able to talk about that stuff with somebody? That's why at the Elevate Her Experience, even those of you who are inside the Facebook group, support is a real thing, y'all. We need community. We need a tribe. We need support, right? So who needs to be included in your specific goal? And when do you want to do this? When do you want to do it?
Those are two good questions, Dr. Brooks. The who needs to be included and when do you want to do this? I'm just thinking about, I wish that the audience understood how much it took for us to get here. Just to get here in front of this camera for you guys. Guys, we've been planning and talking about this for 2 years, right? But there's been some disconnect because we didn't necessarily look into all of this stuff, the stuff that we already knew. We knew that there could probably be partnership and we knew we could set some times, but we didn't lock in and get very specific about it. But when I tell you, once we locked in, you guys, it just skyrocketed from there. And Dr. Brooks, I was just thinking about the thing about who needs to be included. I wish this for every last one of you guys, that you find a community. I wish this, Dr. Brooks and I don't know if you guys, what generation you guys are from, but there's an R&B song that's on a radio station where the lyric says, "Twin, where have you been?
Twin,
where have you been?
Where have you been?" I wish Facebook wouldn't strike us with a copyright.
That song, I'm gonna tell the truth. Dr. Brooks called me the other morning and she said, "Twin, where have you been?" It touched me so deeply that I began to tear up. It touched me because I've been out here as a professional in the personal development space since 2012, y'all. since 2012. And even before then, growing up just in the church, I've always been a leader. I've always been in some type of leadership position. And it's lonely for leaders, y'all. It's lonely when you have mastery and expertise in certain things that people that are constructs almost, right? A lot of people like to fight us because of how they feel when we come with what we know. And it becomes a battle in knowledge and science versus emotion and projection. And so we're fighting these battles as leaders to help people. And it's lonely, y'all. It's lonely. And I'm so grateful to have met Dr. Brooks, who, when I first saw her, I was like, oh my God, this is somebody who is talking about what I'm talking about. Like, oh my God, I didn't think there was anybody else in the world. Like, I'm a Black man. I talk about religion. I talk about culture. I talk about spirituality. I'm a host. I speak. I study psychology. I'm a scholar. I was like, oh my God, it's no way that this is somebody else. And so I just started to follow and we built a relationship from there. And I'm encouraging you to be resourceful. If anything, that is also one of your goals is being resourceful. There are 8 billion people in this world, and I promise you there's 1 or 2 that you can lock in with and have banter and community with. And that's what this community that we're building for right now. Elevate Her will be a safe haven, a space that we all can bounce ideas. We can reach into the community and say, y'all, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. Because I promise you that twin thing, it just uplifted me. I was like, yo, I'm not fighting alone. I'm not out here by myself. And I know some of you guys, your hang up is support. Some of y'all are not moving forward because you don't feel supported. You don't feel that someone believes in your dream. I don't know. I'll look at me, Ace. You sometimes have felt that because nobody supported you, no one agreed, no one validated it, so you decided not to move as fast. And eventually it just lay dormant. I'm hoping that tonight you guys are being encouraged because there's some magic. The nuances are so specific that it's hard to even tell you guys in one live. But I want to tell you, Dr. Brooks and I made a decision some weeks ago, and we've seen major transitions and shifts in our life. Okay? Yes, I am a career executive. I left my job today. I wasn't going to say it.
I knew you was going to say it. I knew you was going there. Did y'all hear what he just said? Okay.
I'm an executive, guys, in a multi-million-dollar organization. And today I walked away because I said, you know what? I'm worth more. My expertise is worth more. I know what I do. I change lives. And I'm in a place where I don't have the opportunity to do that. I'm in a place where my gifts are suppressed. And although I stand with powerful people, I'm supporting someone else's dream being there as an executive. And I'm not able to fully invest in me and invest into our programs and I'm trying to tell you that since me and Dr. Brooks locked in, we start writing our programs. We start putting things on schedules. We start being serious about those goals. We start saying, and let me tell you, it's been miracle after miracle after miracle. I told this to Dr. Brooks yesterday. I said, everybody gets so testy about the conversation of supernatural phenomena. I'm in a place where you just can't tell me that there's not something divine about us. Because when we decide to believe in something, efficacy, when we believe in what we can do, somehow it sends I don't know if it's a vibration. I don't know if it's a frequency. I don't know if it's some type of light, but something emanates outside of us. It projects into the universe. And that thing that you're looking for is like, oh, there we go. There go that person, because your dream is out there. your destiny is out there and it's searching for you.
That's right, Elise. It's the quantum.
It's waiting for you to shine your light. It's waiting for you to believe. It's waiting for you to say, you know what? I need to get on my SMART goals. I need to be very specific about what I want to do. I need to make sure that I have everything in alignment. And Dr. Brooks, although it's scary, can I be honest?
Be honest.
It's scary, y'all. I own a home. And one thing about entrepreneurship is there's never no guarantee on income. There's no guarantee on what you'll be able to produce until you get to a higher level and you got products and all of these things. But when you're building from the grassroots and I'm starting a new brand, I'm starting a new partnership, it's scary. But one thing I know about me is if I can lead other organizations to be multi-million-dollar organizations, if I can have clientele history, you know, the Bible says faith without, no, it says the evidence of all things. Like, help me with that scripture because I can't bring
yeah, you're right. Faith without works is dead.
faith without works is dead.
Yeah,
And faith
so faith is the substance of things
substance,
seen. The faith is what we hope for, the evidence of things that are not seen. And that's what you're in right now. You're in your season of faith.
That part is so deep to me about evidence, y'all. If you start to peel back the layers of your life, I'm talking to you, Toya. I'm talking to you, Denise. I'm talking to you, Elise. I'm about to prophesy. Because I promise you that inside of you, if you pull them layers back, I'm about to go into it now because I feel anointed and appointed to say this, but you'll find that you have done good deeds. You've done good work. You find that you've overcome before. You find that you have been a champion before, that you fought against all odds, that you have made it before when you never thought you would. Most of you guys are sitting in a seat right now that you didn't foresee you being able to get to. That's the evidence. That's the evidence of that light that's inside of you. That's the evidence that you're able to continue to persevere. You're able to push through. You're able to be resilient. I'm asking you to call on the evidence about your character, not what people are telling you. I'm asking you to dive deeper into your microcosm. And I'm asking you to look inside yourself and say, damn, I got to get back on it. I got to get back on my destiny. I got to get back to work. I am supposed to be doing something. I need to set my goals. I need to set my plan in motion because the evidence says that you've been able to do it before. That's why I was able to bravely stand in front of you guys today. Is because I know what I've done before. That's what efficacy is. Efficacy talks about when you goal plan and you accomplish these things, you suddenly build confidence, right? You start to be confident about it. So half of y'all, if you get up, like I got a goal already. I told you I left my work. Tomorrow, I plan to get up and restructure my business. Right. And I need to be very specific about what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go out to the library. I'm going to get a couple books. I'm going to do some reading. And I've already wrote down my goals.
Come on, goals.
And so I'm asking you guys to say, what are the goals? And if they're small, you know, I pulled up. Oh, I sound like my grandfather. Ooh, I just heard the preacher. Oh my God. Did I just stutter like a preacher? Ooh, okay. Excuse me. But one of the things I wrote in my notes today is break big goals into smaller steps. And I know that some of you guys, y'all have to be just like me, y'all. Sometimes the goal is just too big. So I got to do little things, okay? So one of my little actions tomorrow is to just go to the library. That's a little goal for me. I didn't say I'm going to go in there and read a book. I didn't say I was going to do anything, but I got to get myself up. And I got to get myself out. I got to get back to introducing myself to people. I got to get back to people being in my energy. I got to go find what opportunities are there. Because what Dr. Brooks has shown us is when you pull 1 ounce of courage and just a little bit of efficacy, Dr. Brooks said she sent the email. She didn't even know if they would even email her back, okay? And within 48 hours of that email, not only did she get a meeting scheduled with a dignitary, but she took a picture. And because of that picture, her inbox was flooded with opportunities. We were making jokes last night. She damn near got $500,000 worth of opportunities that are going to be on the table for 2025. Huh?
Literally.
I try to ask somebody, where is a goal that you can set? Is there an email that you need to send out? Is there some research that you need to do? Is there a book? I'm talking about just a small goal. I'm not asking you guys to start the business, find the clients, get the money, get the revenue, go open up the bank account. I'm saying, what's a very small, very specific goal that just tomorrow morning we can start working on? And I want you guys to understand that the passion that we speak from is not because we're these charlatans who are out here to try to multi-level market you. We are literally living what we preach. We are living what we teach. And what we're telling you is that we're testing these theories. That's what researchers do. They test theories. We're testing to see, does the change theory really work? Does the theory of efficacy, does it really work? Does the theory of self-fulfilling prophecies, does it really work? Well, hell, I'm going to tell you this. It's only been 3 weeks, y'all. And we've seen major traction since launching these programs, having the conversations, partnering up with people, doing all of the things. And so I'm just encouraging you, Toya, because I see something so brilliant in you. I don't even know you, but I see something so divine and brilliant in you. I feel like your brain, your mind is full of ideas and full of innovation. But I'm asking you to maybe just bring it in a little bit. I'm asking you to download a SMART Goals worksheet. And maybe, Dr. Brooks, can we send this out to the email list?
I will. If you're on the email list, I will send this out to you first thing in the morning.
Guys, and I dare you to just start with a goal, figuring out what is the most important thing for you to get closer to that divine path, that purposeful path for yourself. And I dare you to be like a Dr. Brooks and say, you know what? I know I got millions of people watching me on this platform, but I'm going to walk away. I'm going to walk away. Because I'm better than this. I hope that you can be like Ace and say, you know what, I'm an executive. I like saying it. I'm an executive in a multi-million-dollar organization. Well, I can be the owner of a multi-million-dollar organization. I don't have to be the right-hand chief no more. I can do it for myself because that's what my supporting position was. So maybe it's my turn. And I dare you to be like us and say, you know what? I want to be brave. I want to be bold. I want to be radical. And I want to get some things defined in my life. Right now, I got 3 months before the 2025 come. I got a leap. I got a head start. I got a way to ensure that my next year is my best season. Is there anybody looking for a better season? Let me know in the comments. I'm looking for people who are ready for a better season. And you know that making strategical plans is an issue of yours. You know that goal planning is an issue of yours. Let's be honest, because it may be through what the words say through your testimony. I'm feeling real spiritual today, Dr. Vanessa. The words of your testimony will save others. So let's be honest. How many of us struggle with just setting goals? And that's one of the main reasons why we're behind. Let's just be honest. So me and Dr. Brooks know that we didn't just fantasize about this because we thought that this was one of y'all issues. So let me know. Dr. Brooks, let's zoom past it because there's a part here that says achievable. What does that mean?
So let's check it out, y'all. Achievable. I gotta get my head all the way in the damn screen.
Me too. I can't see that. Oh.
Do you have the skills required to achieve the goals? This is really important though, y'all, because this is where it starts to get a little rocky for people because what I have found in my own journey, and I hope that you all hear my heart. How many people know that you can have a dream? And again, this is for my dreamers. You can have a dream, you can have a desire, a goal, a vision, but sometimes you may not have the necessary skill for that particular goal. And so goal planning does include you assessing your skill set. All right. And so you may have to invest in trainings, which is what the Elevate Her experience is. This is where the Elevate Her program is an example of a person who would need to invest in their professional or personal development. And so that program is designed to improve those skills. And so part of the process of setting goals is to evaluate yourself, to assess your skill sets. And if you don't have the needed skills, what do you need to do to gain those skills. Do I need a life coach? Do I need to hire a business coach? Some of y'all need to hire me to coach you right now. Okay, you just come on and say, you know what, brain coach, I need you and Ace to help me, right? Do I need to go back to school? Is there a class I should take, right? A lot of times we just lack the skill set to get things done, achievable. And so it says, if not, can you obtain them, right? If you don't have the skills, can you obtain them? These are some powerful questions to ask yourself. You probably have never asked yourself this before. Some of you are afraid of what the price of a coach is because you've already decided I can't afford it. Have you ever asked what we charge? Have you ever asked me what I charge for my coaching services? You probably haven't, right? Have you ever asked what the tuition is to go back and take a class? Have you looked into it? Right? And not just a financial investment. What is it going to take? Does it mean like Libra Justice said, it might mean I got to study 5 nights a week. Am I able to do that? So when you sit with yourself and you take the time to plan this thing out, not only are you going to free up a lot of mental energy, you're going to get the clarity that you need. And the neuroscience behind clarity is when I can see the vision clearly, I'm more apt to go pursue the vision. All right. And achievability is also, what is the motivation for the goal? This is so important because I told y'all a couple weeks ago, you got to have a why. You got to have a why. Okay. Because there's going to be days that you want to quit. There's going to be days that you are like, this ain't going to work. There are going to be days that you're going to be discouraged and unsure. You're going to have uncertainty. And there's going to be days that it's going to be difficult and tiring. And so you need to know why this goal is important to you. What is your motivation? For me, again, my motivation for running my business, not only do I want to help and serve people, I don't like getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to go to work. I just don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm not a morning person. Okay? I'm too big, and I don't just mean in physical stature. I'm too big internally to sit inside of an office all day. I tried that, y'all. I'm too big for that. Another why, I don't do good with politics. Okay, I don't like that. Another why, I want to be able to transform lives, and I like working with people up close and personal. So I don't have time for all the paper pushing and the politicking that goes on in most of these corporate environments. So I got smart. And I started an online education and consulting business where there's no paperwork because I do everything in my damn computer. Right? And so you got to figure out what your why is, because that's the thing that's going to have to motivate you on the days that you want to quit. Okay? All right? So I want you to start thinking about these goals. If you are on our email list, I'm going to email this to you in the morning. And I don't forget, we haven't talked about it tonight because me and Ace just be like, we get in flow state and then we be like, oh, we forgot to mention this. Don't forget the webinar this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I think we got a few registrations for Friday. I saw today, one for, I think, Saturday. If you want to get into the space with us and hear from our heart what this program is about, but also learn the neuroscience of how to attract wealth, that's what this webinar is going to be about this weekend. And there are some things that I have not even talked about on this live and won't talk about on this live because I'm just not. Okay, you have to be willing to invest at a higher level. In this case, the investment is not even financial investment. The investment is clicking on the link and registering for one of these live events. All right. So again, I'm going to email the link to those of you who are on the email list. I will email it out to you in the morning so that you can go ahead and register for the event on Friday and Saturday and Sunday. And then Monday is our open enrollment. So all next week, we're going to be getting you to enroll in our program. I just don't know anything like this that's in the market today. What I love about our program is that it is based in science. And again, I've tried to give you all enough of my own personal stories of me knowing that this works. Next week, I'm going to share testimonials from my actual clients and students. Okay. So next week, we're going to actually share testimonials of clients and students. I may even try to bring some of them on the live and let you hear from them directly so that you can see how their lives have been impacted by the work I do, so that you don't think that you're being scammed or you don't think somebody's just trying to get over on you, because I know that is what we often think, especially in these type of spaces, because we are way more inclined to purchase physical products than we are to invest in things that are going to bring out the best in us. Soft skills are not things that a lot of us find value in, but I want you to know that every business school, every high level 5 Fortune company will tell you that what companies are looking for in the 21st century are leaders who have strong soft skills.
Mm-hmm.
Now, back in the day, like in the early 2000s, it was really important to corporate America. It was important even to our clients and customers that you had the technical skill set, right? The tactical strategies. Listen, Harvard Business has said, so has Forbes, that it is the soft skills, somebody said the soft skills, that will set you apart as a, efficacious leader. Entrepreneurs, business owners who have great emotional intelligence, entrepreneurs, business owners who have great communication skills, leaders who are good with interpersonal relationships, those are the ones that get the most results. Thank you, Delara. Thank you, Toya. So it doesn't matter. You could be the best at the computer all you want. You might be the best computer programmer in your office. But when they get ready to promote, they're going to overlook you if you don't have great interpersonal skills. If you don't have soft skills, you're going to get looked over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the other thing of this is, I want to see more of us attracting money. We scared to say money, but I need the people that's not scared to say money to type money in the comment section. Money is an energy, y'all. It's all it is. It's an energy. It's an energy. Okay. And so, but there's a neuroscience to it. There's a way to rewire the brain so that more wealth opportunities come to you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, maybe y'all don't need no more wealth opportunities. Maybe
Maybe
this is
you
the wrong life. I could be in the wrong place. But if you need more wealth opportunities, raise your hand. I do. And since I've been doing neuroplasticity work, those opportunities continue to come to me. Somebody literally dropped their entire, I still can't believe it, a full-time consultant literally dropped his entire lead spreadsheet in my lap last night. It's the exact same spreadsheet that he uses to get his corporate clients. He literally gave me the entire spreadsheet and literally helped me to register my business as a vendor for my state so that I can start applying for corporate contracts. All because I posted a picture of the sheriff. That's an example of wealth opportunities coming to you.
Mm-hmm.
So when we talk about attracting wealth opportunities, it's not going to always just be the money. I'm talking about the wealth opportunities. Now, you got to be willing to take inspired action when the wealth opportunities come. But if your neurons in your brain are not wired to even see the opportunities, you're going to miss out on them every time, and nothing's going to come to you because it's all electric, y'all. It's all energetic. I'm serious. It's all energetic. It's all supernatural, if you will. And if you're just caught up in the mundane rat race of life, you're going to miss it. You're going to miss the opportunities if you don't even know how to tap in and tune in and get turned on to the frequencies in this universe. You're not going to attract those opportunities to you. And so that's what we're going to teach on Friday night at the webinar. So I would suggest that you all get yourselves signed up because it's a free webinar. Now, the link, I put it in here already, at least on Facebook. I will put it in here again tonight when the live stream ends. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will put it in the community tab. There is no reason for you all not to come to the webinar because it's not going to cost you any money, but it is going to cost you something that is more valuable than money, and that is your time. Teach, Dr. Brooks. See, let me tell you something. Poverty mentality for a lot of you is y'all would spend your time doing silly shit as long as you can keep $20 in your pocket because you value $20 more than you value your own time. When I ask each of you to sow $50 to my Cash App tonight to invest it, I'm gonna see how many people do it. Because y'all be like $50. That's a poverty mentality. I'm just saying. I'm not picking on nobody. Listen, I don't tell you to do stuff that I don't do. And I try not to highlight what I do for other people because that's how God blesses me. Mm-hmm. But just for the context of this story, for the context of what I'm teaching, Sunday, Ace, you don't even know this. In less than 20 minutes, I had to send out a good amount of money to 2 people in my life who were in need. One of them I haven't spoken to in like 15 years.
What?
It was a little girl that used to visit my house and play with my kids.
Oh my gosh.
She came in my inbox and she was like, hey, Miss Vanessa, you don't remember me probably, but I'm so and so and so. I was like, hey, I remember you. I ended up sending this girl money because she's homeless, was hungry, was crying. I'm a giver, y'all. And I did that on Sunday. And I woke up Monday morning to the sheriff saying, yes, I would love to meet with you. Y'all don't like me tonight, but I'm going to tell you right now, you got to stop sitting in spaces, receiving high-level services, information from people, and thinking that you are not supposed to give back because that is not how the universe operates. Mm-hmm. All right? And the days of you window shopping in the personal development space is over. You got to stop being afraid of money. I gave that money this weekend and didn't really have it to give, to be honest. But yesterday, somebody dropped $1 million spreadsheet in my lap. All because I wasn't afraid to go to my business account, to go to my debit card and say, here, to 2 people, here you go. Here you go. Just here you go. And that's why some of y'all are a little bit stuck. You got to break that stingy spirit. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm not going to prophesy for no damn money. I'm not doing it. I'm going to teach you high-level knowledge about the power of yourself, about the power of you. So for those of you who know you're not going to sign up for the Elevate Her experience, then you should be investing into these courses that Ace and I are bringing you all at least 3 to 4 nights a week. We are sitting on here, and I know some of y'all are saying, well, you ain't got to go live. Well, you ain't got to come into the room either, but you here.
But you here.
And I ain't trying to be funny or messy, but I'm serious. And we do this because I know I just want to help our people. And I sat on a call today with PhD students, with master's degrees students, people who are scholars and academics, people who are professors at high-level universities. And they received me with so much gladness and joy. And I'm just trying to figure out, how do I get my people to respond with that same level of enthusiasm? And those people were willing. That teacher, the lady who invited me to teach for her, she was willing to pay me what I was worth today. And she said, this is worth so much more than what I gave you. So I'm asking you all tonight, how long are you going to sit in spaces and say, well, this is the last 20 I got. This is the last $100 bill I got. Well, guess what, y'all? If you keep thinking it's the last one that you got, it will be the last one that you got. So these are actually neuroscience masterclasses. These are secrets that are not being taught in any mainstream Black audiences. They're not. They're not being taught. They're not being taught to Black people, and they're not being taught by Black people. But you're here because I believe God has ordained you to be here, because this is information. If you begin to implement it in your life, I am telling you, things are going to shift in your life. These are universal laws. They work if you work them. So I want to say thank you in advance to all 16 of you who are about to invest $100 into our Cash App tonight, because you know this class was worth the $100 investment. I want to say thank you in advance
Thank
for
you,
all
y'all.
of you who are doing it. I want to say thank you in advance for all of you who are Cash Apping the $100 investment price, because you know that you heard things tonight that called you out on the carpet. You know that you heard something tonight that helped you understand why you're a little bit stuck. All right. So I want to say thank you in advance, because this is about exchanging energy. All right. This is about exchanging energy. Okay. So you got a couple of call to actions tonight. One, go ahead and invest into the masterclass that you just received. Okay. And even if you don't have the 100, send what you have, because that's how you break through the poverty mentality, y'all. That's how you break out of the poverty trap. That's how you do it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you break out of scarcity mentality. This is not the same thing that they do in the church, where they're just asking you to sow a seed. No, because they prophesied to you. We literally gave you a master class.
A master clinic for sure.
This is literally I don't even think I poured into the students this hard today. And they're actually enrolled at a university in Berkeley, California, and they're paying thousands of dollars for their education. But I think I poured into you all more than I poured into them today. And they paid money for my class because they are students at Berkeley. And I just want my own people, because all those people were like this. And I love them. They were all palm colored. But they didn't mind. They didn't mind investing in a high level education. I want my people to get caught up. In fact, Ace, today my class was about the marginalizations and the oppressions that we in the African American and the LGBTQ communities have experienced in this country, in other marginalized communities, and what we can do to change the trajectory of the oppression that marginalized people have experienced here in this country. It was a class that I could have put in front of the president. That's how good it was today, because I care about people. And I want you all to know that I'm always representing you, no matter what space I go into. Even if you're not there with me, I always have my community in my mind when I do these high level teachings with palm colored people, because they're always willing to bring me in and pay me. It's my people that I have the most resistance from. It's my people who struggle to understand that they are obligated to invest in what they are receiving. And this is why many of us are stuck right now. But I'm going to keep showing up for y'all. I'm going to keep showing up. Denise said she sold her seed. I told you I'm thanking you in advance. Thank you.
Thank you.
Denise, you sure did. Thank you. I appreciate it. And now I'm declaring and I'm decreeing. All right, this is not scammy prophecy, y'all. I'm giving you divine law. All right, because reaping and sowing and reaping is a universal law. Investing is a universal law.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and poverty is a trap. I'm telling you, I wish y'all could see what I know through my research. Poverty is a trap set in place by our government, by our leaders, to keep us in bondage. Meanwhile, they are in the 1 percentile, doing nothing any different than what you are doing, other than they understood that they first had to free their minds and not be afraid of abundance and money and wealth and success. They're goal oriented. That's the only difference between them and you and them and me, is we tend to stay stuck in our oppression, y'all. And I want to see us do better. All right. So I want you to invest in the masterclass on tonight. It is $ Vanessa Brooks, the number 100. I know Denise is not the only one that got served on tonight. I know we did not service only Denise, We serviced all of you, and all of you should be willing to invest in yourselves on tonight. So it's time for Q&A. I think we are ready to do this. We're going to spend these last 5 minutes in a Q&A time. If you want to ask us a question, I feel like having fun. Even if you want to come if you want to come on stage with us for a minute, let us know. We'll bring you on stage because I trust all these people. That there won't be no funny business like it was the other night with that guy a few weeks ago.
Oh my God, that has been weeks now.
A hot mess. But
We
I love what Denise says. She says, "I seed sown because I desire to elevate and change my poverty mentality to wealth mentality, abundance mentality." That is so powerful
It's powerful.
because it's just a belief, right? Efficacy engineer. It's just a belief.
It's just a belief. It's just the action.
It's just an action. It's
It's
all it
just an
is.
action. A step forward. And
Yep.
it's really powerful.
It really is.
It really is powerful.
It really
You
is.
know, once you make that decision to not be suppressed by those false beliefs, because your brain don't know what was real and what's not. Your brain may really think you just invested into Wall Street, and your brain is about to figure out a way to find that
And
return.
give you a return on the. Oh my God. And I dare you tonight, Michelle, to tell yourself, I just invested
And
in a
I'm waiting on
high level
a
investment,
big return.
and I'm expecting a huge return.
I dare you, Denise, for the next 2 weeks. I don't need you to just keep saying it out your mouth. I'm waiting on a big return. I'm in a space of expectancy. I dare you to proclaim it and speak it out your mouth. I'm waiting on my expectancy. It's coming. Something big is coming because I've invested. That's the power. You know, I think about when I was in psychology school, Dr. Brooks, we used to talk about the self-fulfilling prophecy. And you know what was so funny about that is I didn't realize that that was a scientific thing coming out of the church. You know, I just was like, I'm a prophet. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that's what my granddaddy said. My grandma said I'm a prophet. But to get to science and find out that there's actually theory around our ability to believe in something and for it to manifest. There is literally scientific backed research and data that is conclusive, that shows us when we set our heart on something, it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. It really happens. If you believe I can make it to CEO in this company, I bet you'll be a couple months away from your first promotion. I bet you if you say, you know what, I know I can lose 20 pounds before the end of the year. Watch you do it.
Say it again. I know I can.
I need you to tap into that power that we all hold. We behold this power. We are not just these sentient beings without no, like we are really some divine, sophisticated, interconnected star universal. We are made of the same materials as the stars. So I dare you to dream that big for yourself. And Denise, you have shown us, you have put in your seed into that very fertile ground. You've put in your seed, and I'm so excited for your season of expectancy. I'm so excited for the level of clarity that you're going to be ushered into because you remove one of the blocks. We all got that money block, y'all. We all got it. We all like, oh no. But I'll tell you something. I've been watching this weekend because I'm doing research preparing for our webinar. So this week I was studying just Jeff Bezos. I wanted to really get into the mind of Jeff Bezos. I want to know how can some middle class, no one, how can they become the most wealthiest person in society? And I'll tell you that through the research, I figured it out. One thing about this man, and I thought this was so interesting because if you don't know the story, Amazon initially came to him as an idea to sell books. He wanted to create the Amazon bookstore because he felt there were no bookstores online selling books. And when he proposed the idea to a friend of his, they said, well, how much money can you make selling books? And the guy said, I'm gonna make hundreds of billions. Jeff Bezos said, I'm gonna make hundreds of billions selling books. And his friend said, I thought he was crazy. He believed that. He believed it. I just hope this encouraged, because Dr. Brooks, that uplifted me. I said, the littlest thing. This man said, and I did the research, this man makes $2 million an hour. $2 million, and it's perpetuitous. Which what that means is that it continues to grow and the number grows. It doesn't go under that, okay? He's at $2 million an hour every moment of his life. He makes $2 million an hour right now. In seconds, he's making about $50,000 a second, y'all.
So he's going into so we've been on here, I don't know, a little hour and a half. So he's going into $4 million.
$4 million. $4 million from a bookstore and from belief.
From belief.
So I'm asking you, what is that little vision that you have? What is that little thing? I dare you tonight, Denise. I dare you, Toya, and whoever else in this room. I dare you to write that big proclamation. Because his was, I'm going to be the richest man in the world. He knew that.
Listen, I literally got this thing that came email. I'm sorry. A stack of money just literally came over in my email right now. I guess it's like an advertisement for something, but it's a big old stack of money.
Synchronicity.
What?
The universe is listening.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm like, what?
I dare you to write that vision tonight. I dare you. I dare you to say something major about you, major about your business, major about your brand, major about your life. Because I want to know, are you willing to invest into belief? Because I watch people every day who you'd be like, how did you do that?
Because I believe that.
How did you do it? And they just
I think when the belief gets so strong, and this is something that we're going to actually be breaking down in the Elevate Her experience. So I don't want to go into too much of it. You got to pay to come into that part. But like when we break down like the actual science of belief,
it's gonna be.
I think it's gonna blow your mind, because it's still blowing my mind. But like when the brain really, really, really believes something is true, it sends messages to your body, and your body then gets the energy to go and pursue that thing. So powerful, y'all. But anyway, I didn't see any questions. Alan, did you see any?
I didn't see any questions either. So I think that we can say grace and peace. Hey, sissy.
Hey.
Oh, that's my sister, y'all.
Truth by Travel. She's so pretty. She speaks so beautiful. I'm like, Carnival Cruise, could you give her a contract, please? Every time I see her TikToks, I'm like, I just want to go book a cruise now that she's done talking. Write the check, Carnival Cruise Line.
Write the check, because she's selling that damn thing.
She is. So y'all, if you're on Facebook, I did pin the link to the webinar for Friday night, because that seems like that's the night that's getting the most traction. So we might just do it Friday night, Ace. I don't know. We'll talk about it offline. But I did pin the link to register for the free webinar on Friday night. If you want to learn the power of neuroscience and how to rewire your brain to attract wealth, no fluff, no hype, pure science, pure spiritual teachings. Because what I love about our brand at the Elevate Her Experience, we integrate spirituality with science. Okay, I don't think they should be separated. But if you want to learn the science behind attracting wealth, if you want to integrate that with your faith, then come to us on Friday night. We're going to teach it to you, okay? The link is in my Facebook comment section. It's pinned. And if you go to YouTube, if you're on YouTube watching this, if you look into the community tab on my page, you will see the link to also register. I'm not sure if Ace has it on his community tab.
If you're following me, I'm not sure who's here from any of my channels. But yes, I have links on my community tab.
Okay.
And in any of my videos as well, guys, you can find the links. And I'll be doing some other things on some of my other platforms as well. I'm just really excited about this webinar.
I am too. I'm ready.
I'm excited about this webinar. It's an interesting seat to sit in, because not only am I facilitating, but I'm also a student, y'all.
Yes.
I'm taking this course with you guys. I'm applying this stuff in real time into my life. And I've already seen the clarity. My brain is more sharp than ever before. And I can't wait. It's so funny because I keep forgetting that we're on a delay, Vanessa.
We
I
are
keep
on a we
forgetting,
are
so
on
they're
a
just
delay.
not hearing what we said about Shay and all of that. They're just not hearing that. I keep forgetting. We're on like a 15-second delay.
Yeah, I figured
That's
that.
why the comments be kind of coming like
I'm like, yeah, I know. Like, what? Why is it just
I
coming?
forget. Y'all, we forget. But I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. We got an interesting
Tomorrow.
class tomorrow. So I look forward to seeing you guys.
We
And
might even go live in the daytime too, huh, Ace?
why? Because we can.
Because we can.
Because we can.
You're a free agent.
I'm a free agent.
All right, y'all. We love you to life.
Down now.
Right. Thank you for watching on Facebook and on YouTube. If you catch it on the replay, make sure you hashtag replay. My name is Dr. Vanessa R. Brooks, and you are?
I am Ace 4, your friendly efficacy engineer, and I want to engineer success with every last one of you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's live.
Good night, y'all. Grace and peace.
I love you, Shay. I'll call you soon.